Oh, there we go, start with a bang. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to the stream. If you've been missing me, I do apologise. I wasn't feeling very well. You may have heard it on Friday, but I started getting a bit of a sore throat, and then it kicked in, and my throat was completely swollen. Not the tonsils, but I'd Google it, but my uvula got really swollen and I couldn't swallow. It was a bit feverish. Breathing was fine. It was just a real tiredness and a really difficulty swallowing and eating, and I was on my arse for about 3 days, if I'm honest. About Sunday I started feeling better, but I just couldn't stream because I was just in a really bad state in terms of speaking. I had to start to drink fluids on the Saturday because of how bad my throat was. But now I'm feeling a lot better. My my uvula is no longer as swollen. It's no longer just like resting on my tongue, which is strange. You know, when you look into your throat and you think it's your tonsils, but it's not. It's uvula, that little ball of flesh. Normally it just does its own thing, but with the sore throat and the swollenness, it was like resting on my tongue, and it was awful because it meant like whenever I was lying back, it felt like there was something in the back of my throat. And you got something as big as that down there. Of course, there was no threat of choking, but it almost felt like a non-watery waterboarding, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I don't think it was the coof. I think it was just, I think it was my mask. I was being a bit lazy with my mask changeovers. And I think I may have used the same mask for too many times. And that is how I ended up on my arse, so I've changed my mask. And it may also be an allergic reaction to the the sugar-free drink I was drinking during the last stream, but I doubt it because it wouldn't have lasted 3 days. But anyway, no more of that drink, and a regular changing of mask is now now's on the menu, boys. So we'll play this for as long as possible until either Duel or Hoffman join, because I did agree to do some more Hell Let Loose with them. But if they don't turn up, then we will we will continue on the campaign. Let's make sure my noise gate is on. About a silky smooth 30 is about fine, I think. Yeah, 30 is about fine. So where were we? Let's do the situation as per usual. So I had moved up with the Army of Shenandoah, and we had begun to secure the surrounding areas of Washington. This, of course, has attracted a large proportion of Confederate of Union troops, which is growing in size. Now we have about 68,000, about 120,000 men currently in the field, and they're almost on par around Washington. So we were just about to engage in about a 90,000-a-side battle while we continue to hold Washington. Meanwhile, in the west, I am beginning to move forward the Army of Tennessee under Felix K. Zollicoffer to reinforce James Longstreet, who had moved into Kentucky to secure it. However, we had beaten back McClellan quite easily. He just withdrew, classic McClellan. But now, unfortunately, the Army of Indiana is beginning to move in along the Department of the West to reinforce. And unfortunately, we only have 54,000 men, and they have about 25, 50, 70,000 men, so they have the numbers advantage. So I've got to try and mark this guy up as soon as possible to reinforce the Western Army to hopefully have an on-par battle. Hello, Hoffman, welcome back. I was actually just waiting for you. Waiting for Duel as well to see when he gets on, because I know it's Monday, so I want to get a bit of Hell Let Loose on before we or today, because we did agree that Monday would be pain day. And so that's what we're waiting for. No Hell Let Loose, please. Hey, I don't want to play Hell Let Loose either, I'll be honest with you. I don't want to play Hell Let Loose either. Now, I'm a bit confused here. Because this army should not be withdrawing, the army of Potomac should not be withdrawing, so I'm a bit confused by that. I may exit and reload that. Because I don't know why the army of Potomac is leaving. Yeah, sorry I couldn't play a bit earlier. I was feeling really not very rough. Really rough on Friday night, Saturday and Sunday. I was just in a complete pain state. But now I'm feeling a lot better. I think I must have had a throat infection because I had a really swollen uvula and my throat was all cracked. It was awful. You can probably still hear it in my voice. It's a bit stressed and strainy, like a child, like a child's voice. Yeah, Hell Let Loose. Right now, Hell Let Loose is not in a good space because it's a lot of new players involved in it right now. So it's still clubbing for the clans and for everyone else. It's just muddling your way through it in the hopes that you don't lose. So we're going to repeat the process. I don't know why this army was withdrawing. Do not know. But hey ho. .407, nice. So it looks like the army of Potomac's were drawn a little bit. I'm not sure why. I think this is just a new iteration of the current patch. Or the current load, so I may end up fighting a unfair battle with the army of Shenandoah right now, which is not good. Let's see what have I got. Ah, I know why. I know why. I'm loading the wrong iteration. I'm loading the iteration where I retreated to show you, to do an end game reoccurrence. I should be loading this iteration here. Because I know there's supposed to be 100,000 battle either side. So that's why the army of the Potomac's were drawn, because again, previous video, I withdrew just to end the stream. But so I was actually loading the save where I had withdrawn, which is a bit ugh. Yeah, Hell Let Loose right now is not a good place, and plus there's not a lot of offensive servers right now. Right now it's almost all warfare servers, which is really frustrating. Because warfare servers are where the of course teamwork is at a premium. So if you're on a clan and you do communicate, you will just smash a pubbers group, which I find rather counterproductive, if I'm honest, because all you're really doing is killing off the player base. Because of course those pubbers will immediately get frustrated and not play the game, and these clan seal clubbers will eventually run out of things to do. There we are. Now we're in. So let's resolve that. That shouldn't happen, but hey ho. That shouldn't have happened. Oh well. Eventually these guys will attack. I just didn't want the army to Potomac to withdraw. So let's fight this battle in Kentucky, shall we? We've got the numerical advantage now. Initially I was a bit worried, but now we've got good numbers. The Department of Ohio didn't join, which is really good. So once I smash this, I can move the Army of the Tennessee to challenge and chase after them, and move the Western Army to chase after McClellan, and do a two-pronged assault. Or at least deny their advance. Let's save the game. Also, I'm a little bit concerned. I don't know where. this guy thinks he's going. He decided to get on a boat. I'm not sure why. Anyway, let's do this. Let's go to turbo mode. You know the deal. Turbo. Yeah, this is fine. First I was worried, now I'm no longer worried. And it looks like McClellan was never going to join. Same old, same old. I know that someone in one of my YouTube videos has asked for a tutorial. I'll probably do that on a weekend and just do the first battle, and then I can do that one. It'll be a long one, be a lazy tutorial, but it'll be a tutorial nonetheless for the boys. So it's like our first force is under Longstreet. A Tuto is, yes, exactly, a Tuto. And I don't know where my reinforcing corps is coming from. It looks like they're coming from the south as well. And you've got the Union advance there, and there, which is problematic. Actually, pretty much everywhere they could have a potential to advance from. So I think our main job will be to secure the center, because we've got a nice little bottleneck here and a nice bit of open ground in the center to conduct a defensive operation. And we also have this railway, so we can actually curve our line using this as a reinforcement point to hold almost 3 directions. So that's what I'm thinking, and that's the plan. So Minty's division, you're immediately going to speed march your sweet ass over here. Minty, you're off. D's division. So these are the absolute who's. I do apologize if I offend and actually have historical importance to your state, but I call them who's because these people I don't have a clue who they are. Whereas on the Eastern Front, I know all the big players. You got your Jeb Stewarts, your Lees, your Johnstons. You got all the boys. I don't think this will be a very long one. I'll probably play for a couple of hours or so, simply because I'm still recovering from the great sore throatening. It was quite funny because when the fever set in, I was pretty out of it for Friday night, and I kept on waking up, and in my feverish state, I thought I was like playing a strategic game with my throat swallowing, like a line battle, and if I swallowed the right way, I would win that decisive skirmish. I think I was playing a bit too much Grand Tactician, if I'm honest. And when I eventually got to sleep, I went to the sleep with the firm knowledge that I had successfully won the engagement by swallowing correctly. It was a bizarre night. Okay, Scott arrives. Where's he arriving from? No idea. Of course, it sounds absolutely absurd, but you know, when you're in the Twilight Zone, it makes perfect sense. Okay, the railway does not give me cover. The railway goes all the way like that. Ugh. Not the end of the world. We have a nice fence line there, so. Okay, immediate ambush. I'm available for the struggle bus. Okay, we'll finish this battle duel. then we'll do some Hell Let Loose. I'll play a couple of hours, but I'll probably play 1 or 2 games because I'm still a pretty tired boy. And then we'll finish this off. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. He's not ready for the struggle bus. Okay, but we're tanking it, okay? Oh, okay, that'd be nice. Still got to watch the video, so I'll watch that bad boy after I get off. I'm still pretty sore from the coof. I don't think it was a coof. I think it was just a bad cold. So we've immediately had to redirect our attempts. Yeah, feeling a lot better. I mean, I was like I couldn't eat. It was just painful trying to eat anything with initially. So I just had to like live off milkshakes and things like that. So I went like 2.5 days without food, and then eventually, thankfully, the pain sort of lifted for a bit. You need to get over here. Dibro is kicking off. I know something's off when I'm not streaming on the weekend. I haven't done tanks. Well, I hear that there's a lot of upset boys with the current tanks. Apparently, they've completely destroyed the Panther. Apparently, the turn your tank just goes to a halt. But hey ho. I think it's just a few upset boys. Just a few upset, salty boys. Yeah, Devrel just continues to refuse all intelligent decision making. Come on, keep going, Arthie. Who's your commander and why do you hate him so much? Merit D. Unknown, passive, mediocre administrator. Leadership is inspiring. Don't know why I dislike him so much. You need to push forward, like send skirmishers out or something. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a lobby as well. But don't worry, we got all the time in the world. We don't actually, but yeah, get warmed up and get fed up, and then I'll see you in a bit. So my flank has been turned. No reinforcements anytime soon. Cavalry is not in a decent position. Everyone is refusing orders. Right, you're gonna charge that position. At least Alan's doing the right thing. The lack of eyes is awful. Like, we're not even seeing the enemy as they flank behind us. That actually was a necessary route. No worries, will do. So, Cav's almost there. Let's get the Cav off. Let's get them defending there. Come on. Cancel your orders, cancel your orders, cancel your orders. You're going to die if you don't cancel. Cancel, 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 cancel. Cancel the orders. Looks like Alan's got a grip of his men, which is really good. Really good. And then I've made a little bloody angle in the in this copse of woodland here. Still, when's my reinforcements coming? Arriving in 0 hours, so apparently within the hour, the reinforcements should be here. You know what? Cavalry charge it. Good. Retreat the cavalry back. Retreat the cavalry back. Retreat the cavalry back. So, looks like a good strategy for cavalry if he hasn't got good equipment is to utilise it like a battering ram with like 3 brigades or so. Let's rush them in. Do as much damage as possible. And even though you get 1 or 2 routes, you'll break a whole division or brigade, and they'll just automatically, they're very likely to surrender. Fortunately, because these cavalry commanders appear quite good as well, they are not in the habit of just routing completely off the map. Some of them are reforming, you know. Some are pretty broken, but not so much that they're just completely useless to me. Sadly, these are one of the best equipped soldiers. Most of them have got Springfield muskets. But that shouldn't matter because I intend to bring numbers to this party. And there we go, the enemy brigade surrendered. 2,100 sweet men. The biggest threat right now, I would say, in versus most AI armies is their cannons. They have a tendency to bring up a supporting cannon, like here and here. They intersperse it within their lines, which can make it very difficult to win a one-on-one engagement. I'm going to send in another cannon. Oh, not another cannon, another cavalry charge. Probably going to rout, we'll be honest. They probably are going to rout. But it'll be worth it if I can get those cannons to go. Which they have, so run away. No point sending up the army of the Western Army just yet. Sadly, the 2 cavalry brigades did rout because I don't think I pulled them back enough. Well, fortunately for me, not fortunately to me, it's fine. I'm in a good spot. Most of their army's been dealt with. We bring up Longstreet. Hello? And they're probably going to rout now they know the tables have turned. Already you're beginning to see a general withdrawal. And then the cav. No ways. Hopefully the battle should be over soon. It's not a lot of well-equipped troops, unfortunately. Yeah, they are beginning to immediately withdraw from the field. Good thinking from the AI, actually. Rather intelligent. They know their time for victory is over. I was saying that I think I've just marched into a trap. Just marched my army into a trap. What other cores are still in the deployment phase? Okay, halt the advance. Halt the advance. One route, not the end of the world. We can move in to reinforce it. Especially now we've got cannons on right behind, doing some devastating damage. That's the point. Let's get these cannons up. And we can really get these guys in a sticky situation. So let's win this with a rather decisive, crushing action. The cavalry was going to stick itself in an extended line over here, where it will unhorse and move into loose order. Rather well-equipped cavalry army as well, I must admit. The pillow again, is it? Okay, long-range pillow. Extended line, long range. Let's move these guys in to support our beleaguered troops up here. And have these guys in a nice reserve, just in case any holes form. Let's begin the battle. General charge. We'll have these guys wedged between a rock and a hard place. There we are. Now what we should be seeing is absolute chaos now in the lines. It says we will see. A bit of bizarre reforming going on right now. Because these guys are firing, I'm going to move forward to engage. I don't like them firing at me and me not firing at them. Into skirmish formation. Again, getting fired at but not firing back, which is a problem. So we're going to get in close with these units. Charge these troops up. At this stage, we should just start seeing the buckling of this corner. Stop. Stop the charge, stop the charge, stop the charge. New retreat, withdraw. Yeah. Not looking good. You could say the Union is fighting the Pillows division. I am here all week. Fortunately, it looks like our north isn't going too well, which is frustrating. But to be expected with the low-level muskets at play. I was told what you're doing. Maybe withdraw if possible. I guess you don't want that. I guess that is beneath you. They had a lot of cannon in this battle. I'm hoping that will do some damage further on in the war, but I doubt it. One thing is cannon is easy to come by in this war, or in this game. I do realise that a lot of troops are no longer being used because the front is getting too tight now. I can't bring them in anymore. Because they're just getting in the way of other brigades. Alright, the enemy's retreating. Sadly not as decisive as I had hoped, but still, I think we're going to leave them with quite a bloody nose. How much time have I got? 37 minutes. However, I'm going to risk it all in a costly charge. With the intent here of wiping these troops. Looks like the Union attempted to form square. Apparently square doesn't work against infantry charges. war's not over yet, gentlemen. Break this army. Second Brigade is trying a valiant fight out, which is interesting. I'm not going to chase it too much. I think these guys deserve to rout. They've done as best they could. And the last few surviving brigades. Still, they are going to get out most of their northern flank. A lot of it has been badly mauled, but sadly I haven't been able to completely deal with this army the killing blow. Yeah, another rout. One of those guys made it out. Did the 2nd Brigade make it out? Yes, they did. Well done, 2nd Brigade. And with that, almost, what, 41,000? So 5,700 is 10%. Let's round that up to 6,000, 6, 12, 18, 24, 32, 38, 44, 38, 39, 44, 42. About 60-70% of their armies has been wiped out in that one battle. A bit unfair because McClellan didn't join, but that's at least, hey, what turned into a potentially costly battle turned into an absolutely disastrous battle for the Union, which has saved me a lot and saved me a lot of hassle in the Western campaign. Now, gentlemen, I'll do this strategic sit rep, and then I'll end the stream for this battle. You only get a one battle stream, but sadly for the Grand Tack, because I promised to play some Hell Let Loose with some of the viewers. So we will be ending this after I do my strategic recap, and aiming to carry on hopefully later on in the week, even though I don't hate Hell Let Loose, but I promised. So, well, I said I didn't promise, but you know, I said I'd do it, and I'd be a bit of a douche if I did said no. Message from viewer King. We're gonna play tank for a bit, but if I get tilted, I'm out. I'm out. Okay. So let us exit. Quit. Save a new game. And then watch the auto-resolve. See what happens. Build ourselves a supply depot. Make sure there's no one else coming over here. Which there is, so let's save. And let's actually add some men to the army of Shenandoah. Actually, let's add it to the Army of the Potomac. Cool. No, I can't, I've run out of men. When's the next conscription? Not for a while. Anyway. I've got to save. I'm not going to wait for another battle, I've got to save. So, strategic situation. So far, thus far. 1 second. I also want to make sure I can't get any more guns, which I can't. Any more cav weapons? Nope. Is quite a short one. Not much going on in Washington right now. That big battle didn't got bugged out, and so we only had a small battle. Oh yeah, I've got to add some troops in Fort Stockton. That's another thing I've got to do. Fort McHenry, Fort Stockton. I can't add any troops to these forts, so there's no point doing that. So not much is going on. We're still really just holding Washington and gradually pushing the enemy back. We've got numbers advantage right now, which hopefully will keep on going, especially if we keep on winning these battles and keep having a snowball effect. Eventually, that's where the most of the key battles are being fought. Meaning on the west, we have fought one battle, immediately beaten back the army, Department of the West, which is now only 7,000 men, and the Army of Indiana, which is only now 5,000 men. Meaning that now we've got numerical superiority in Kentucky, and we can begin to restart our offensives. The next episode will be us defending the east as per usual, until we get enough readiness to expand further north and west of Washington. And the Army of Tennessee will be chasing after the Department of the West, hopefully push them over to Evansville, while the Western Army moves north to Louisville to hopefully secure it. That is that, boys and girls. I'm going to end the stream, and then I will join Hell Let Loose. So, boys, I'll make sure that I have saved. I'm getting paranoid now. Save. Now, boys, thank you very much for watching. Quick one, short one, only 47 minutes long. I will see you guys later. Adieu.